One, it's hard. Two, it's important that everyone can't get it because otherwise, it would all be kind of wasted. And that's probably one of the big problems you've got to kind of work out. So I went into a business that didn't require a lot of capital to get to the point of customer validation because I didn't have any capital. And then later on, I had enough traction to be able to raise some capital. Typically it's like friends, fools, and family. It's basically the people who provide that early stage funding. But I think debt is dangerous. You don't want to be in. It has to be equity, which is basically money you might lose, as opposed to money you need to repay. You don't want to be taking debt until debt is only appropriate when you have clear sight on how you will repay the debt, and you just don't. At that point. Yeah. So I don't think it's really a role. I don't think banks need to play a bigger role in it in the startup area, where they probably need to make sure they are playing adequate roles in things like, I'm a shareholder in Icebreaker, and Icebreaker has, like a $40 million overdraft because they need to make $40 million worth of jumpers before they can sell the jumpers and they get the revenue from the jumpers. So there's a trade creditor financing kind of piece that's required there. Otherwise they would just need to continue to raise money knowing that a month later they'll have the money, and it's just not good for shareholders to continue to dilute because you need to sell more stuff. So banks play an important role in there. I don't think they should play any role in startup financing really, because it's just basically going to make you lose your house or lose your whatever else.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. So you really do think that the options are friends, fools, and family?
Yeah. I think initially, yes, or savings, from your savings. But I mean, you guys operate, you guys exist in a world which is just, there's so much opportunity, and you can do things so cheaply. Like, what did it cost to produce this and print it out versus what that would have cost 30 years ago?
$3.
Yeah, I mean, this is a completely unbelievable technology, and it's already obsolete. So it's,
The designers can't just work.
Yeah, the design isn't obsolete. The delivery mechanism is obsolete, but that should go on my my iPad Mini or whatever. So it's you can build software, you can put it into businesses, you can build brands, you can get customers through social networks and through clever guerrilla marketing, and go global from day one and all that sort of stuff. The very basic advice I give people when they're sort of starting businesses is to get together a bit of a team. So one of you knows how to write software, one of you knows how to sell stuff, one of you is organised. You'll need all of that, and then you might know someone in the accounting faculty as well, who because eventually you need to start thinking about those things as well. So, and those people work for shares. You don't pay them cash. So if I see people who are starting a business going, that's a great idea, I've hired this company, they're building me a website, I'm like, you guys are screwed, because you are going to just basically spend 40 grand, 50 grand building whatever it is. It's going to come back, it's not going to be any good, and you're not going to be able to change it without spending another 10 grand, and you're just going to burn money. You're just going to take all the savings from your entire extended family and just throw it at a web development company. So you just need to not spend money, basically. And I think there's lots of businesses that give you the opportunity to do that, based on your own input and hours and passion and that sort of stuff, to get to a point of validation where you can raise money. You can sit in front of someone like me who'll say, that looks awesome, can I have a piece of that? And I'll give you some money to do that. And as an investor, as a more professional investor. But you need to get to that point where you can convince an investor.